Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. Today, we're diving into the significant developments in British politics, where the recent elections have yielded surprising results. Reform UK, led by Nigel Farage, has made substantial gains across England, Scotland, and Wales, sweeping aside traditional parties in several areas. According to the latest numbers, Reform UK has gained over 1,400 councillors across England, performing particularly well in regions that heavily supported Brexit in 2016. This shift is being described as a truly historic moment by Farage, who sees this as a significant step towards potentially making him Prime Minister. The party's success includes taking control of councils from Labour, such as Barnsley, Wakefield, Sunderland, and Gatesgate, and shifting others like Hartlepool, Tameside, Redditch, and Tamworth to no overall control. Notably, Reform UK also secured Essex County Council, an area that includes 6 Conservative shadow cabinet members. In Scotland, Reform UK has tied with Labour for second place in the Scottish Parliament, each holding 17 seats. In Wales, the party finished second to Plaid Cymru, with 34 seats in the expanded Welsh Parliament. Zia Youssef, Reform UK's Home Affairs spokesman, emphasised that the party welcomes scrutiny and is committed to not taking voters for granted. He highlighted the party's focus on secure borders, the cost of living, and the return of law and order as key priorities. Polling expert Sir John Curtice noted that Reform UK's performance was strongest in areas that voted heavily for Brexit, indicating a possible correlation between the party's success and the Brexit vote. As we continue to follow these developments, it's clear that British politics is undergoing a significant realignment. The question on many minds now is how these election results will impact the future of the country and its political landscape. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're diving into the complex world of international politics and conflict resolution. Today, we're examining the ongoing situation with Iran and the United States. The U.S. has been engaged in a war with Iran, with the goal of reopening the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway for global oil trade. According to recent reports, Secretary of State Marco Rubio stated that the U.S. wants to push back negotiations to free up the strait, which has been closed due to the conflict. However, events on the ground have shown that the situation is far from stable. Despite a ceasefire being in place, there have been repeated clashes between the two sides, with the U.S. Navy attacking Iranian drones and missiles, and Iran retaliating by targeting U.S. ships. The U.S. administration claims that it has all the cards in the negotiations and is keeping all options on the table to ensure that Iran can never possess a nuclear weapon. However, critics argue that the approach taken by the U.S. is similar to other conflicts, where difficult issues are put off or ignored in favor of a quick resolution. Experts warn that this approach may not lead to a lasting solution, as it fails to address the underlying issues driving the conflict. Iran's leaders have shown little sign of yielding on their nuclear program or accepting a moratorium on enriching uranium, and instead have doubled down on controlling the Strait of Hormuz. As the situation continues to unfold, it remains to be seen whether the U.S. and Iran can reach a lasting agreement that addresses the concerns of both sides. The stakes are high, with global energy prices soaring and the potential for further conflict looming large. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a closer look at a significant development in the Trump administration's immigration policies. The Justice Department has announced a major expansion of its denaturalization campaign, targeting foreign-born American citizens accused of fraudulently obtaining U.S. citizenship. According to reports, the government is seeking to revoke the citizenship of roughly a dozen individuals from various countries, including Bolivia, China, Colombia, and Somalia. These individuals are alleged to have committed serious crimes, such as sexual assault, or have ties to terrorism. Others are accused of using false identities to apply for immigration benefits or entering into sham marriages to commit immigration fraud. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche has stated that the administration believes there are many individuals who are citizens who shouldn't be, and that the denaturalization process is a necessary step to ensure the integrity of the U.S. citizenship system. However, some have raised concerns about the potential impact on the roughly 24 million naturalized citizens in the United States. It's worth noting that the denaturalization process is a lengthy and complicated legal procedure that has rarely been invoked by prior administrations. Between 1990 and 2017, for example, the U.S. government filed just over 300 denaturalization cases, or an average of 11 per year. As we consider this development, it's essential to remember that U.S. citizenship is a fundamental right that comes with significant responsibilities. While the administration's efforts to prevent fraud and ensure national security are understandable, it's crucial to balance these concerns with the need to protect the rights of law-abiding citizens. We'll continue to follow this story and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Trump administration's denaturalization campaign? Do you think it's a necessary step to ensure national security, or do you have concerns about its potential impact on naturalized citizens? That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.